Keep it simple when it comes to your voiceover business. That is what we're going to talk about today, here in just a minute. But first, welcome. My name is Mike Hathcote, and today we are going to talk about business stuff. We've been talking about business for the past week or so because tonight is the event, keeping things simple in your business. So tonight is our live training event. It's called the 7-Step VO Business System, and this is designed to address a topic that is not very often discussed in the VO industry. So we're going to try to simplify some things for you, and yeah, that's what we're going to do tonight. So first, before we get into that, go ahead and check in on the comments so that I can do some shout outs from where you're watching and listening from. And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers and we're well on our way. So keep that up. Appreciate that. We did the drawing yesterday for the free winner for tonight's seat. And congrats again to Eddie, who won that. And they'll be there tonight as well, I'm sure. Okay. The whole reason that I decided to come up with this class tonight is because in my own business, when I started this on a full-time basis and wasn't just doing a side hustle, I didn't know what I didn't know. And I got into this business thinking it was going to be, just sending out invoices and collecting the money. And so I quickly found out that it was a whole lot more than that to make this business run. And it was super complicated. And not only was it complicated, it was a mess when I had to it came to the end of the year and had to kinda decipher all this stuff. So I learned my lesson very quickly that if you stay organized, at the beginning and throughout the year, at the end of the year, when it comes time to settle up for the year with Uncle Sam, that if you do a few particular things throughout the year, it makes that end of year process so much easier. And that's what we're going to cover tonight. My 7 steps on how I do that. So, but the whole thing kind of boils down to keeping it simple. And that's kind of what what we're going to ultimately focus on tonight. And I wanted to make today's huddle a little quick because I have got a huge e-learning that I've got to work on the rest of this whole week. And it's like 10,000 words or something. It's a big one. So I want to make this a little kind of abbreviated today, but I just wanted to jump on, let you know that it is possible to keep things simple in your business because after all, it is a business. We don't want to just, you know, willy-nilly just kind of do this on the side. If you're going to be serious about this as your main source of income, whether you're part-time now and want to transition to full-time or are already full-time, this tonight is going to help you do that. So if you haven't already signed up, I think we still have some seats left. Like I said the other day, this has been the fastest selling webinar that we've had. So there are probably a couple of seats left if you want to check it out. So link in the description if you want to hop on there. But keeping it simple, that's what it's all about. And I promise it's going to make your life so much easier so that you can actually focus on the fun stuff, which is really the reason why we all got into this business to begin with. Because coming in here and recording voiceovers for a living, it's fun, right? No boss. You can sleep as late as you want to sometimes. And yeah, that's what it's all about. So you keep all that other stuff simple, you can focus on the good stuff. So that's what it's all about. Okay, let's check in and see who's listening and watching today. There's Mark from Montreal, first one in. Hello, Mark. There's Celeste, Newark, Delaware in the house. There's John in Denver. Nephi from Knoxville. Callie from Pasco, Washington. There's Jackson from Salt Lake. There's Terry from Fallston, Maryland. The good old KISS principle. It works. It sure does. And that's what we're going to try to make sure everyone is aware of tonight. There's Ron. Sorry, it jumped on me again. Ron from Coast Guard City, USA, Grand Haven, Michigan. There's Nancy in Yankton, South Dakota. David from Hamilton, Ontario. Ethan from Toronto. M.E. Dahl from Phoenix. Corey from Whitehall, Wisconsin. Police Commander Z3 from ATL. Dennis Smith. Good morning, everyone, from Dennis in Pasadena. Jamie from Frederick, Maryland. Here's Sarah from Destin. There's Sean from Longview. Okay, I'm gonna focus on this for a second. Osser from, okay, I don't even know. I'm sorry. Hi from Hilvarenbeek. I'm hoping that I got that somewhat right. Hi from Hilvarenbeek. There's Becky from Doing the Thing in Michigan. There's Diane. Looking forward to leaving winter behind. Yep. Theo, happy Tuesday. Training Tuesday. That's a good one, Theo. Training Tuesday from downtown Chicago. Tonight's webinar ought to be way helpful. I hope it is. That's my goal. We're going to run for about an hour and then have about half an hour or so, depending on how many questions. And that should get you, hopefully, everything you need. Tracy from Rochester, Minnesota. There's Eric from Malta. Wow, from Malta. Cool. There's Denise, a little late with my hi from LI. That's okay. Amy Dahl says, love it. So excited for tonight's webinar. Great. Chris says, hello from Lakeville, Minnesota. And there's Wally. Another great day. Thank you, Mike. Mountaintop, Virginia. Oh, Hilvarenbeek is in the Netherlands. Okay, cool. Well, welcome to you. DeCarlo says, good morning all from Las Vegas. Excited for tonight. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. John says, hi from Atlanta. Dennis says, good morning from Boston. There's Andrew, morning, evening from Latvia. Dennis says, I hope everyone's doing well. LaDonna says, hi all from St. Louis. Is having the word voiceover in the business name a high-risk name for NAICS code, North American Industry Classification System, for example, the word trucking? Wow, that's a good question, LaDonna. I had never even thought about that, but I guess that's a really good question. I honestly don't know, and I apologize for not knowing that, but that is, I don't know if it would be high risk or not, because I mean, that is what you do, in voiceover. But kind of like what I mentioned the other day is keep it simple. I mean, obviously today's topic is keep it simple, but when I talked about naming the other day, we talked about keeping your name simple. And, just your first and last name is fine. And if your last name is, well, your last name is what it is. So if it's a common name, you might want to put VO after it or something in the name. But I honestly don't know, and I apologize for not knowing that. But yeah, maybe that's a question for either your attorney or an attorney, or possibly your accountant. Denise says, okay, this is good. Okay, this is a good answer for that. Denise says, my experience with NAICS or NAICS is that voiceover itself is not trademarked. Yeah, I guess that's true, because voiceover is a thing that you do. It's not like it's not a quantity, or not a quantity. What am I trying to say? An entity. It's a thing. It's a thing that you do for your business, like window washing or whatever it may be. All right. Okay, guys, we're at the bottom again. And once again, I apologize for making this one short, but I have got so much work to do today. Not only do we have this webinar coming up tonight, and that's going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific. And not only do I have that to prep for, but I also have this gigantic e-learning that I'm working on. So I got to get to work. So I really do appreciate all you guys jumping on today. And remember, keep it simple when it comes to your business. Hope to see you all tonight on the class. And until then, break a lip. See ya.